I had planned on going snowshoeing last weekend. The forecast was for clear and sunny skies. I had borrowed some snowshoes from a friend, and it had snowed hard several days before, so there was a fresh layer of snow to traipse through and a blanket the forest in beauty and silence. I was ready to go, until a sudden and severe winter storm moved in and put a halt to all my fun. And I was a little frustrated that my plans had to change. I like being outdoors, although admittedly only in good weather. I was really looking forward to this day trip to the snow and to nature. The last thing I wanted to do was spend another day indoors because of the storm. My perspective was that the storm was a problem that put a kink in my plans for adventure. However, the state climatologist and hydrologist, those are the people who care about water supplies, had a different perspective. They loved the storm. The abundance of rain and snowpack are replenishing our state's depleted water reserves. Farmers, ranchers, fisheries, and homeowners all benefit from the increase in water that is reversing our 3-year drought. Perspective is important. Like most people, I have a tendency to see things through a self-lens. This lens filters everything through my life experiences. How does this relationship or circumstance, goal, or outcome affect me? How we see life depends on our vantage point and our worldview. But my worldview must make space for other perspectives. This includes making space for a God lens. This lens filters everything through God's purposes in the world. You see, God has a perspective too, and usually it's different than mine. I'm learning to find His perspective in my life, which is typically larger and more redemptive than mine. Consider this. How do you spend time with God to gain His perspective? How do you see God in your circumstances? How about in your brokenness? What spiritual disciplines might help you pause in order to see the world as He sees it? And how might a God perspective change your perspective about your relationships, circumstances, goals, and desires?